right, earning our money, that's challenging enough. Protecting it shouldn't be. It's important, though, to make sure our cash and our credit are safe, and that starts with protecting our identity. We hear all the time about scam victims, and we know we should be doing something, but what? Well, Andy Kemp from Forefront Credit Union joins us now with this month's MoneyWise. Andy, thanks for being here. All right, we all know we should be doing it. We all hear the warnings, but a lot of us don't really understand it or know what we should be doing. So let's start with some basic questions. How does identity theft happen in the real world?
Unfortunately, identity theft is very simple, and that's the problem. Is people will steal your information. They'll go dumpster diving, reach into your garbage and pull your information out. They'll follow you and look behind you when you're logging on to your internet or your home banking, and they'll just use those ways. And some of it they'll even prey on. A lot of times, unfortunately, it's the elderly and the youngsters, and they'll call up and they'll say, "Hey, I'm the IRS, and you need to give me information." And then you divulge information like a social security number or bank account number. Then they have the information they need to move on.
And sometimes identity theft isn't even our fault, data breaches, things like that. That information can get out there. So, so the information is out there. We know what we use that information for. What do the thieves use the information for?
The thieves use it a lot for the same reasons we are.
Okay.
They're going to go out, and a lot of times they'll open up. The first thing they usually do is open up a credit card in your name. Some do mortgages. They'll do car loans. Some will even start taking the whole identity and even getting jobs or so forth using your name. And so it can kind of take over your life, and you will somewhat be the second person.
How sneaky are these guys? How good are they at doing this?
They're good. The good ones are good, and they'll be able to hide for a while. And that's what you need to check your credit report, and you need to check your statements to see what's going on and see if they're doing something on your accounts.
Okay, so what are the things that we can be doing to try to protect ourselves?
A big thing is to always shred your paper. Whenever you get it in, you're going to get bank account statements, you're going to get retirement statements, all that. That has a lot of your information. It has your address, and it tells them tells the criminal how much you have, so they know whether or not it makes sense. So you shred all of that. You use encrypted Wi-Fi at home. You make sure not to do public Wi-Fi, getting on home banking and public Wi-Fi, because people are able to ghost your computer and get your information and use that to log in elsewhere under your name.
Are there signs that we should be watching for, other than doing credit checks and things like that? Are there signs that we should be watching for?
Absolutely.
Okay.
A big thing is check your credit report, because a lot of them, they'll come in and try and take the easy one to come in and take your bank account. You'll check your bank account statements, but check your credit report, because if they're opening up credit under your name, you're going to get on there and you're going to see all of a sudden there's a car that you didn't have from Forefront Credit Union, and we did something, or Fifth Third. And so we do everything we can at Forefront to stop that, but if they have all your pertinent information, it's hard for us to stop it.
All right, so what do we do if we find out? What if we find one of those things? We find one of those credit cards, or we find it's much worse. What do we do now?
The first thing is contact your financial institution, and put on some safety measures, or have them note your account that there's some stolen information. The next thing is call the credit bureaus. If you call one, then they can do the other ones, or you can call all three and let them know. So then they will make getting credit much more difficult. So anybody coming in will have to have further information before they can open that up for you.
And not to scare people, but if we've heard stories about people that have gone through this process, it can take a long time and a lot of your efforts. So is this another one of those things where an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure?
Absolutely. This can take years to rewrite the ship on everything. So yes, a little bit of prevention can save you a lot of pain in the future.
Shred.
Absolutely.
All right, Andy, thanks so much. Again, your identity is one of the most valuable possessions you have, so it's essential to protect it. To learn more about how you can do that, talk with a financial professional or head to our website, UpNorthLive.com, where this interview will be posted later tonight. Andy, thanks for being here. Kristen, back to you.